Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And it is always my pleasure to say, welcome to the Advancement Center, where the unknown is being experienced and called the new world. This is thrilling. Last Sunday, I detailed the joy of Robert bringing in the message through his writing. And then on Monday, he wrote twice, followed by Tuesday, and again on Wednesday. That's why you see the thrill here. We stand at the end of the breezeway we call the bridge and say, this is the new world of magic and miracles. Yeah. Just last Friday, David spoke of sovereignty regained, and I was led to the passage in Tuesday's writing by Robert for today's invitation. And this is what I hope hundreds of people read in the invitation. We are now pointing towards a new future where everything around us is now where everything around us is new and our existence takes on a new flavor as the better experiences. This was not edited, so pardon me, I'm going to start again. We are now pointing towards a new future where everything around us is new and our existence takes on a new flavor as the bitter experiences disappear and the sweet nectar of love and harmony overrides our history and brings us to a place of peace in the world. This is the true reality that exists even now in the hearts of many who see it as real, and it will start to fill our lives even when our expectations say it is impossible. When I saw that, I said, that is the message that the new world is here for those who can see it and feel it. And in a little bit, we'll be talking about and sharing it. Just yesterday, Simeon wrote, and now I have to get the journal. I'm on my last page of this journal. And what a finale. Simeon wrote or said, or I heard, dearest Barbara, let the world come to you and receive it with open arms. A basket of surprises awaits you, looking forward to your adventure and having you write about it. That was on that was yesterday morning. And last night at 10 o'clock, I wrote to Simeon. I said, dear Simeon, I just finished posting the invitation to tomorrow with the photo we took of the image that appeared right above the Advancement Center. I noticed him, and Robert took the photo. The photo is displayed in our entryway. And, of course, Here is the photo. Can you imagine looking up in the sky and seeing him looking at us? It was very exciting. The inspiration for the broadcast. Oh, yes. Okay. One moment. We had a fly away. Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. I'm going to put that safer. I'll start that again. The inspiration for the broadcast is my friendship with Anthony, a fireman and a Facebook friend who lives in Kenya. With the Peace School opening a school in Kenya, we had a mutual interest. One question posed by me was, do you have friends you share Robert's words with? Then I wondered how Robert's words are being shared by the many dozens who have heard him over the years, since I think 2015, perhaps 2014. Robert's message is clear, pure simplicity, and filled with promise for humanity. The sheer volume of worldly news, mostly contrived, is the noise that most have to block out to develop an inner focus to truth and to our origin, to discover our talents that we have brought with us. Dear Simeon, how can I inspire the spread of the good news, the new world filled with magic and miracles? And he dictated, Dearest Barbara, the constancy of the message emitted from the Advancement Center inspires those who return week after week for a trio of broadcasts. You are looking for an expansion of your audience. Your answer is to celebrate. Celebrate every miracle that comes about because of magic. Your magic. First step is to make sure your elevated platform is high enough to see above the negative news, to where the light shines and reveals the falsity in what is being sold to you, and thereby releases you from their mesmeric message, much like the latest hoax. The message is clear and addressed to all. To all sovereign beings. See the progress. No, see the programs that steal one's sovereignty, and you have in your sight that which must be risen above. Anthony found you, and others will follow. The Advancement Center is the beacon. Long may it shine brightly. We are here with you always. Your loving friend forever, Simeon. And with that, I started to see this broadcast coming together. There's someone who's going to be surprised. Back in April, Anthony, my friend in Kenya, wrote, Morning, Barbara. I've listened to this download message so many times, and every time I listen, it's like I'm listening for the first time. And then, not that long ago, Anthony wrote, Hello, Barbara. Hope you're well. What's the status of Peace School? You were to found one in Kenya. And I answered, The Peace School is still in its planning stage with the Kenyan schools. And he said, Thank you and all the best to you. And then what I heard next thrilled me. He said, I would love to teach in the Peace School, the Advancement Center curriculum. That would be awesome. And it would. It would be amazing because Peace School will open all over the world and the Advancement Center curriculum can be included. And I wrote back to him and I said, How magnificent that would be. And I said, Robert wrote this morning, would you like to receive it? He said, Of course. And then he wrote, Received, thanks. The message is, and then he wrote, The message is clear, and indeed, the kingdom of God is within us, and all have access to the magic and miracles as we hold the confidence in our Creator, in us. And I thought, this is so wonderful. And then I wrote, I sent him Monday's afternoon about consciousness and subconsciousness. And then I was inspired to write to Anthony, and I said, Hi, Anthony. I hope you have friends you can share this with. Thank you for responding. And then he wrote, Dear Barbara, I share mostly in my WhatsApp status, but most people don't understand still, or perhaps it's too deep for them. And when I receive a download from Robert, I will read it all night. I came across something that is so wonderful, and I dedicate this to Anthony, but every one of us can benefit. As we proceed in the light of what we already know, we find ourselves lost in the familiarity of everything that is new and outside of our logical expectations. This is a growing sensation that will suddenly flip our reality to another world, one which has been hovering in clear sight for many centuries. Before we know it, there will be no recognition of how we managed in the past, and no need to know how we will manage in the future. The various aspects with which we judge our lives have already changed. And now we can look forward to something far beyond simple familiarity. This is a statement of the future that can exist right now if you step into its field. It is a little like testing the temperature of the water. You can dip into it and withdraw to experience its suitability. Then make adjustment to suit your level of comfort. And once you are happy with everything, you can immerse yourself in the field and feel its enormous effect on your body and your general way of life. In this new world, with its special reality, you are in total control of the final effect of you, but you are not in control of any detail of how it works. The realization of simplicity and enormous appreciation will capture your attention, and you will generate a new way of living without conjuring one thought or determining one course of action. There is much to experience and many false diversions and interruptions that will attempt to invoke your old world. This is one of the mysteries which can be viewed at any time. But there is no need if you continue to move forward and allow the new flow to generate as you disturb every moment and bring to life the new magic that is being presented at this time. Like the change of season, there is so much involved that it is impossible to capture the detail, but in its simplest form, it brings new life and excitement that is beyond explanation. The very universe and all that it interacts with is going through a change of season that is not based on time. It is based on events and experiences that are not necessarily sequential or relative to anything we know, but the effect is known by each one of us in our own special and unique experiences. The world that you experience will reflect this universal change, and it will present more and more magic as the miracles flow forward and into your lives. Even the world of magic and miracles is changing to reveal what is beyond your advanced sense of understanding, and all of humanity will feel the expansion of the world of their Creator as we settle into the massive flow that is taking us all to where we never expected possible. Your loving friend, Simeon. That's for Anthony and for every one of us. I couldn't miss sharing that with you. Tuesday was a special day for me. um, July 27th, for as long as I've been alive, has been my brother's birthday. So, whether he's here or he's just behind that rock, doesn't matter. But on that day, Genya gave a lovely broadcast, and Robert wrote the following by hand, and I'm just going to read a small portion because it stays with me and has become a constant partner as I go through the day. And this is what Robert wrote. The human body is one of the best indicators of the effect of the flow as a restriction or change appears. The body responds or reacts depending upon what it experiences. Some experiences are judged as good and others as not so good, but there is sometimes no indication of what is causing the body to respond or react. This is where the functions of the new world come into play and allow the body the freedom to find its own balance without the need for interference by the logical mind and its reactive control systems. A simple knowing that the body is capable of finding its own balance changes your pattern in the flow and brings you into calm waters where every movement is automatic and your consciousness changes to bring magic and miracles on board. A perfect flow with every change in the perfect direction now presents new and exciting experiences at every turn. That came right into my own personal experience. And I'll tell you about it right now. I think for weeks, my left knee has been, I don't want to dignify it, I'll just say my left knee has been funny. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to my son David, and he reported that once again his meniscus has been, I don't know, do you tear it or I'm not sure what it is, but there will be a surgical procedure on August 11th. And I said, your left knee? My left knee. And Robert doesn't go for all that stuff. He said, change your focus. Change my focus. Okay. Okay. And I have to tell you right now, it works. From that moment on, I talk to myself and say, don't fall for that. And it was getting a little bit better. But I'll go even further because Robert was very definite. And he said, shift your focus. Go up to your thigh and make the focus the middle of your thigh. And the punchline is we've spent many hours enjoying the Olympics. And the other night, Robert just touched my thigh and he said, how's your knee? I said, what knee? I'm fine. If this can shed any light for any one of you in any circumstance of just if there should happen to be a pain presenting itself, shift your focus. Think about your elbow. Isn't that what we did with kids? When they fell down, we'd say, oh, look over there. And they would look and they would stop crying or even stop bleeding. So these words of the new world are here and they're important and they must be shared. And if that helps anyone, I'm thrilled and delighted. Now I have two wonderful surprises for you, if I can find them on the iPad. I found them before, but that doesn't mean I can find it again. Well, it was my gift to you, but it's not showing.
Double click.
Shared your video. No, I'm fine. I think I'm fine. Here we go. Well, maybe I'm not. Oh well. I will let you find it perhaps because I put it on my Facebook. And it's just a lovely little vignette of yesterday. I came out to the patio and I sat here looking at our wonderful tree and did absolutely nothing and never felt more full in my life. And then I came across this wonderful little posting, and it was Winnie the Pooh who said, I'm just going to do nothing today. I'm going to listen to the animals and watch that squirrel over there. So be on the lookout. It's on my Facebook page. And it was just charming. Now, I gave myself so many orders of things to go to. Here's something, but it's not what I was really looking for. But it's interesting. Belief and the need for proof are the two items that have been introduced to society to encourage people to lock themselves away in the confines of a definition that can never be broken. This will take a long time to break, but it will be left behind immediately if it is seen for what it is: self imposed imprisonment that is policed by the inmates. Does that sound familiar? But thank heavens for the elevated platform of living. Thank heavens for each and every one of you who are so wide awake and wonderful and ready. And as universal beings, we are able to experience everything in the universe. And as divine entities, we can experience everything to infinity and beyond. This leaves the earth experience with much to be desired, but the final outcome will be that all experiences in all dimensions will reflect in the world and be demonstrated in the freedom of our physical and spiritual nature. It has been my total honor and pleasure to share with you today. Thank you. And as always, and will continue forever, I wish you perfect life, perfect health, and a truly awesome future. Thank you.